And the simple fact of the matter is that you guys have become addicted to the narcissist. You guys have become addicted to the chaos, to the abuse, to the entire cycle. Because most of you that are watching these videos right now, this ain't the first time that you've tried to break up with a narcissist. This is not the first time that you've spoken to people about this situation, looked up some videos, trying to figure out what's going on, why you can't get out, why you keep repeating the same mistakes. Why does it feel like you're on this never-ending loop? Because that's exactly what a trauma bond feels like. When you're trauma bonded to a toxic person, like a psychopath, like a narcissist, a sociopath even, you tend to repeat the same things over and over. I'll give you an example and let me know if you guys have experienced this before yourselves, because I know you have. Your relationship with a narcissist is coming to an end. You feel that they're cheating on you. They're giving you a hard time over everything. You finally get the courage to have a conversation that maybe you should go to therapy, or maybe you guys should get a break, or maybe it's time to break up, or are you not happy? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to make this work. Maybe we're not meant to be together. Whatever. Before you can even have that conversation, the narcissist has already ghosted you. The narcissist went away for the weekend and has not taken the time to call you or respond to any text messages. When they get back and when they finally come around to speaking with you, you don't even know how to broach the conversation because you just can't believe what they just did. Suddenly the relationship ends, or they tell you that they need some space. They tell you that they had some time to think and to reflect, and they realize that they're not ready for this type of commitment, or that they don't deserve you, that you're too good for them, and they're horrible people, and that they need to be alone to figure things out, something like that. And then the whole thing just falls apart. And then you go through the withdrawal. Just like a drug addict, just like an alcoholic, you go through the withdrawal symptoms because you're no longer talking to the narcissist. And let me tell you, this doesn't have to play out exactly as I just said. This could just very well happen when you get discarded. You get discarded, they tell you they don't love you anymore, they don't want to be with you anymore, they're cheating on you, they're going to go with a new supply, whatever the case may be, and it's over, and you're miserable, you're crying, you can't believe what's going on, you're telling your friends, and your friends are actually telling you dodged the bullet, this is the best thing that could have happened, and you're angry for a couple of days, whatever, and then you start feeling the withdrawal. Then you start feeling, I can't live without them. You can't breathe. And you start looking at your phone like, are they really not going to call me? Are they really not going to text me? Is this really the end? Are we never going to sleep together again? We're never going to hook up again? Like, that's it? Just like that? But everything was so good. What do you mean this is it? We didn't even get closure. Like, we haven't even had a conversation. Nah, this can't be it. And you just start replaying the tape. You start going nuts. And you swear that they're going to call you tonight. You swear that tomorrow. No. All right, it's already been 3 days. No, last time they were gone 3 days. And at the 3-day mark, they came back and they called me. So I know at some point today I'm going to hear back from them. And then you don't. And now we're at 5 days. And now we're at 6 days. Now we're at 7 days. Kira, he hasn't called me. Kira, oh my God. Kira, I think she found another guy. I know she was always on her phone. She was always entertaining some crazy guy. I bet you she's with him. Oh my God. Right? You're falling apart over the person that cheated on you. You're falling apart over the person that put you in this hell. You're falling apart to the person that treated you like scum. The person that treated you like you were the worst thing on the planet after putting you on a pedestal at the beginning of that relationship. It's crazy when you look back at the madness. It's crazy when you look at what you put up with, and yet You're falling apart because you're no longer getting the dopamine hits. You're no longer getting the dopamine hits. See, back then, even when you were being breadcrumbed, just getting one text message from the narcissist was enough to make you feel worthy, to make you feel like going on. Like a lot of you, and when I say a lot of you, I mean, I went through this too. I remember not having, it felt like I couldn't complete a breath. Like my breath would stop, like 70%, it would stop. Something would happen and I was not able to completely get the full breath. And I was like that for a while. And then you would hear back from them and all of a sudden, you were good. Even if hell awaited you and you were going to fight, you were good. There was just some clarity that you got. And what it really was, you were just being flooded with dopamine. And of course, that's directly attached to the narcissist or to the toxic person. So you build up an association. So the same way that a drug addict gets its high and gets its dopamine from the drug of his or her choice, your drug is the narcissist. And you just got a hit. When they finally hit you back, when they finally text you back, when they finally do what we call a Hoover, right? And they're just checking in to see how you're doing. They're not mentioning anything about getting back together. They're like, hey, just reaching out, see how you're doing, make sure you're okay. And right away you're like, oh my God, like finally communication, some sort of communication. You get flooded with that dopamine and they don't give you anything else. But that feeling of withdrawal has passed. Right? That feeling of withdrawal has passed. So now you forget everything they did and you start trying to get back together with your abuser. So it's almost like a relapse. You try to get them back or you fall for their trap when they try to come back to you. The nerve of them trying to come back to you after what they pulled. But then, just like a drug addict or an alcoholic, you relapse and you take them back. And you jump into bed with them again. And Lord knows what happens when you bond to someone toxic through sex, right? That's a deep bonding that takes place. So you're repeating the cycle. You're repeating the cycle. You're trying to break the trauma bond, but now you just did the act of bondage. that even makes sense, but you know where I'm trying to get at. You just did the deed again with your abuser that was probably sleeping with somebody else, probably not using protection, probably putting you at risk of an STD right now. You went ahead and did the deed with that person again. And now you're laying there and you're realizing what you just did and you feel good, but a part of your brain is telling you, hey, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, this is the person that was, you know what this person did, and you're taking them back. Like you're rewarding, you're enabling their bad behavior by giving them exactly what they want. You just gave the narcissist a full load of supply. A full load of supply. And now that they got what they wanted, history's going to repeat itself. See, now you think you're on top of the game again. Now you think, hey, okay, so now let me tell you how it's going to be from now on. From now on, I have boundaries. From now on, if you don't call me at the end of the night when you say you're going to call me, this is over. This is how it's going to be from now on. And you better be paying attention, Mr. or Mrs. or whatever, because I'm not going to put up with this anymore. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Blah, 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 blah. Because in a week, they're going to do the same thing to you again. And you're going to watch your boundaries disappear. You're not going to have the balls to uphold them. You're not going to have the courage to do what must be done because you are still addicted to this predator, to this parasite, to this conniving, malignant, narcissistic scumbag that keeps playing you for a fool. You are addicted. And that's why it feels like an addiction. You go through the cycle. You get your dopamine, then you get to experience the withdrawal of not having it. And then just when you're starting to get better, or you think you're starting to get better, oh no, you relapse and you pick up again. That's what happens when you break no contact. Okay? You break no contact and it's like a relapse, because the whole point of no contact is like getting yourself out of the drug, right? It's like weaning yourself out. Not even weaning. It's like cold turkey. It's like, that's it. It's like doing a social media purge where you're like, you delete the app from your phone. No more notifications, no more posting, no more checking what your friends are doing, no more checking if people are liking your stories or your posts or looking at what you're doing. Like, all that goes out the window the minute you delete the app. You feel the withdrawal the first week or maybe the first few days, and then after you realize how much better your life is, right? With a narcissist, it may not be that fast because this is a human being that you were having sex with, and now you're not having sex with anybody. So, of course, you're like, oh, no. Oh, no, what am I going to do? But if you stay the course, you adapt. And then you realize, wow, my life is getting much better without this person. And you start noticing you don't have the same levels of anxiety or panic attacks that you were having anymore. And you start noticing that you can think a little clearer. And just when you're getting better, you make the mistake of either unblocking them. Just when you get better, you make the mistake of reaching out. Maybe you want some closure, right? Or maybe you think you've developed so much strength that you can just contact your abuser and you're not going to feel a thing. Yeah, let me know how that works out. But whatever you do, whether it's you reaching out or you guys having a conversation, trying to rekindle things, or whether you actually jump in bed with them, you just relapsed. You just relapse. Welcome back to the same mistakes that you keep making. Welcome back. Took you long enough. We missed you. And now you're back in the same place. You're back in the same spot. You have to redo everything that you had worked on. You have to redo that. You're back at day 0. This is not day 1. This is day 0. This is like when there's a new outbreak of some virus or something that we've never seen, and the first patient that gets infected, I believe it's called patient 0. And you don't know what it is, and you're just going to study that and compare with the next patients and to see how it affects them, or what the symptoms are, or whatever. They're patient 0. Yeah. You're in day 0. You're in day 0. You don't even know what's going on. You're still cleaning yourself up in bed after doing what you guys did. And you're like, what have I just done? How many people was she with this weekend when she disappeared and most likely went to all the nightclubs? And God knows how many people she picked up. How many people bought her drinks? Who she ended up in bed. No wonder she wasn't texting me. No wonder she wasn't calling me. Oh, what's that little bruise on her neck? What's that little bruise on her thighs close to the punani? What's that? How did that get there? Wait, that looks like a bite mark. How did that get there? And I was like, do you honestly want to deal with that again? You probably don't, but you did. And you are. Because you couldn't resist. You're addicted. So yeah, if you're addicted to that person, you're going back to doing the same things again. Then you're addicted to the chaos. You don't even know it, but you are. You are addicted to the chaos. You are addicted to that uncertainty, not knowing where they're at, when they're going to call, why they're not calling, why they tell you they're going to call and then they don't, why they ghost you after they promise you they're not going to ghost you. Then they tell you, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's just that I fell asleep because I was so tired. I was so tired because I've been up early hustling, running around, doing this, doing that for you. I've been doing this for you so we can make the relationship work. I'm trying to be a better person. I fell asleep. Nah. Now, you just don't fall asleep. When you know there's something urgent that's really, really important to you, you do not screw it up unless you're screwed up in the head. And we know these people have a disorder. So that means their head is screwed up. Whether they make those decisions consciously or not doesn't matter to me. You make a promise, you're getting another chance, you've been granted immunity, and you go and you do the same thing on the very same day. It's like the ink wasn't even dry, and you went ahead and committed another crime. The ink wasn't dry on your probation, and you went ahead and committed another crime. Like a dumbass sociopath, right? That's what that is. That's what that is. And you're taking this person back. That means you are addicted to that. Sorry, not sorry. You are addicted to it. You are addicted to the abuse because, you know, after the abuse comes a fake apology. After the abuse comes some good sex, maybe, right? Or some good old breadcrumbing, maybe. And you go through that withdrawal, and you know that at the end of that withdrawal, however long that phase lasts, you know you're going to get a rush of dopamine again because you're going to shoot up again with the drug of your choice, which in this case happens to be the psychopath narcissist. So you are addicted to it. You are addicted to it. I can help. I can help because I went through that. I went through that. I can help you guys break that addiction. I have a coaching program. I talk about it all the time. We work together privately and get to the bottom of what's really going on. I'm not going to enable your behavior like some of your friends do. Oh, some of your friends, most of your friends that don't understand this are going to tell you, oh, give them another chance. Like, life is short. Like, obviously, you guys are soulmates because you keep gravitating to each other once again. Yada, blah, 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 blah. These people have no idea what it is to deal with a psychopath narcissist. I do. A lot of people in this community do. If this is your first time on this channel, read through the comments and you'll see how many people are going through this stuff. Unless you go through this, you don't know what it feels like. So I tell you, this is a drug addiction. That's what it feels like when you go through it, and hopefully you don't. But if you're going through this, if you're watching this video right now, yeah, welcome to being addicted to a human being. And we don't even like to call these people human beings because they feel like they're from another planet. They're like monsters. But if you want to work privately with me on my coaching program, click the link that I have below. It's flashing here on the bottom of the video too. And reach out to me. Give me a briefing of your situation. See if we're a good fit for each other. And we'll go from there. I've helped thousands of people get their lives back. I can help you too. Just stop making the same mistakes, expecting a different result, guys. It's not going to happen. Not with these predators. Not with these parasites. It's not going to happen. You guys are trauma bonded. You're trauma bonded. If you've never heard what trauma bonding is, check out this video. This is a trauma bond manifesto. I made this video a long time ago. It's going to show you in more detail how a trauma bond is just like an addiction. Check that out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.